Yeah, with the new Die Hard movie coming out in about a month, I figure it's time to review the Die Hard movies. So we're gonna start out with the Genesis, the movie about a man who stood between a terrorist and his detonados. Die Hard. It's funny doing a video like this because I have to assume there are people out there who don't know the premise of Die Hard. For all two of you, here it is. Die Hard's the story of John McClane, played by Bruce Willis, arguably the most relatable protagonist ever in movies ever. He's at the Nakatomi Plaza in LA, he's at a party for his wife's work, and then a bunch of baddies led by Alan Rickman, aka Severus Snape, take control of the building and they're like, we have this under control, all the hostages are downstairs. What could go wrong except the fact that no one really counted on Bruce Willis being in the building also. So now Bruce Willis is this lone soldier, this one person they don't even know is up there at first. Then he starts causing havoc for the people, and here we are. John McClane is the inner ear zit for German terrorists of cinema. It's that thing where they're like, yeah, that's obnoxious, and there's not much we can do about it, and it sucks. We can try, but we're just whittling down our crew. If it sounds familiar, it's because it is. A lot of movies have tried to do that premise since, but no movie has nailed it like Die Hard. It's like every year or two, filmmakers and studios are like, all right, we gotta make the new Die Hard, the Die Hard of modern day. Problem is, Die Hard still holds up as a sweet-ass action movie, so Die Hard is the Die Hard of modern day. Don't try to mess with shit. Cool thing is, Die Hard takes place in the golden age of action cinema, you know? If you're the lone gunman trying to fight off terrorists and you're stuck in a building, there are no cell phones, there's no help. The only help John McClane has is Carl Winslow from Family Matters. He's talking with him on the radio, and I love this. This cop-on-cop on-screen chemistry is not going to be matched until end of watch. I'm serious about that. It's really cool that the only real support John McClane has in this whole thing is a cop that he doesn't even see. He's talking with him on the walkie-talkie. Hard to pull off? Yes, it is. Does Die Hard pull it off with aces? You bet. You see, in a movie like this, it's important to have a really relatable hero, and Bruce Willis completely embodies that. I will never actually relate to Arnold Schwarzenegger in any action movie he's ever been in. Same goes with Stallone, a lot of these old school action heroes. So they get Bruce Willis, who's all the badassery, yet all of the humanizing elements. Anyone who watches Die Hard relates to John McClane immediately. When I was watching Die Hard just today, to prep for this, I was like, as far as situations like this where you got the lone gunman trying to take out a fleet of bad guys, this is the only movie where I absolutely put myself in his position. When he's talking on the radio, I vision myself talking on the radio, and just everything I would think I would do, he does. Which is my way of saying anything I would want to actually think I would actually do. I'm not as badass as him, but the movie makes you feel like you could be. And as much as I should and absolutely will profess that Bruce Willis completely carries this movie, that's not discrediting the supporting cast. The supporting cast nails it. Every person you want in a situation like Die Hard, you got. You want your douchebag cop trying to get in the way of everything, you got him. You want your asshole, big mouth, nosy news reporter? We got him too. Played by Walter Peck from Ghostbusters, so you know this guy's gonna get under your skin. You want your bearded, snobby dickbag completely blowing your cover thinking he's actually helping the situation? Yo, John Boy Ellis! He's in it. And as great as John McClane is, Alan Rickman as the bad guy, Hans Gruber, kills it. You would swear to God that Alan Rickman should be the most boring son of a bitch you've ever seen on screen, but he's always great to see in a bad guy role. Because he talks like this, like he shouldn't be impressed with anything, which should be boring, but you take his endearing intellect. Now bring me my detonators. There's a scene where John McClane is face to face with him and they're talking, and I love this scene so much. Again, one of those scenes where after this, everyone was like, oh hey, yeah, you know that script you're writing? Make a scene like that in that movie. And not do it as well is the subtext. Die Hard's one of those movies where a couple times I'm like, you didn't think that through in writing the script, did you? Kind of proves to myself that I can suspend my disbelief to sit back and enjoy a movie that's completely badass. Don't need to nitpick it all the time, you know? Like the scene where Carl Winslow's talking to his boss, aka the douchebag from Breakfast Club. There's a scene earlier where John McClane had to get the cops' attention. What to do? Well, take the body you just shot up and just throw him out the window. That will get someone's attention. This dickbag's like, it's probably some disgruntled office worker left to his death. I was just thinking like, the body has gunshot holes in him? What did you think happened? You think he was just like, stupid dickbag boss makes me work on Christmas Eve and doesn't appreciate me, but I'll show him. I brought a gun today, but I'm not gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot myself in the legs, cock and balls, then jump off this building. suppose it could have happened, but that wouldn't be my first thought. Obviously, there's a bearded bad guy in there, played by Alan Rickman, who's all like, bring me my detonators. Only thing it could be. Die Hard has great action, great characters, a great lead character, a great villain. It has everything you want in an action movie like this. It defined a genre, it defined a hero, and it defined a catchphrase. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. He says this so nonchalant in this movie too. You know, after this, it's a big deal. You have to say it in every Die Hard movie. But Alan Rickman calls him cowboy. He's all like, cowboy. His response was just, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And you just stop and go, yeah, that's the perfect response for that situation. In short, my friends, Die Hard absolutely is awesometacular. It's funny, in some Christmas movie reviews that I've done, I'm like, oh, hey, what's your favorite Christmas movie? And some people are like, does Die Hard count? I just think to myself, like, yes. And well played. Right, so your favorite protagonist in any movie ever, that's hero, generally speaking. Whoever he or she may be, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.